Good evening. I'm Chris Curley.
And I'm Andrew Hughes, and this is Good News with Curly and Hughes. Good news, Chris. I made £300 last week, but I know that if I really knuckle down and start smashing the takeaways, I'll be 350 in no time.
Good news, Andy. I got my cock out for money this weekend and wasn't arrested.
Good news. This week I found all the pies. They were in me.
In global news, Brenda, who changed her profile photo to a Ukrainian flag, has convinced Putin to pull out of the war. Russian ballerina Valentina Ryshnikov can confirm his pull-out game is strong.
From all of us here at Good News. Go Brenda. Good news, Chris. The euro and the dollar have reached parity earlier this month, but half of Texas still can't figure out the exchange rate. That's a bit of a dead one.
In other news, studies have shown that owning cats has a correlation with bipolar disorder. Now, I don't know about that, but Patricia down the road sure is full of surprises.
So I think for a first try, like we're podcasting now, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
I think for a first try, that was actually quite a nice formula.
Yeah, I like it, man.
I think my third one was terrible though.
Mine was too, but
I wanted something like about Texans being dumb, but that's kind of low hanging fruit.
I don't know. I like Texas. I think Texas is.
But I'm looking forward to that format, being able to bring a few jokes in and see if they land.
Yeah, I like as well, like not telling each other beforehand,
Yeah.
because it was like a more. I didn't know what to expect. It was like a more genuine reaction, like that way.
So that's how we're going to be planning it.
Yeah.
We're going to be writing 3 of these good newses a week and seeing how much we can make the other one crack.
Yeah.
Brenda from down the road.
And then should we after we do that segment?
Well, we can dig it. These can be our points for the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you feel about people putting their kind of their political views in their profile picture
It's
on
like
social media?
it's like that whole like looking for social brownie points. Like, I'm not racist. That's it. It's
But
posturing.
it's also right on the other side of it. It's also like if you've got no other platform and no one listens to you, say you post an update every 2 weeks about how your Etsy shop's going, and 2 people like it,
Mm.
and you want to communicate to as many people as possible
Yeah.
that I like Ukraine now. Like, I understand why you put it on your profile picture,
Yeah.
but
It's
cringe.
reaching, isn't it? Because it's like, I suppose the whole thing is like the phrase was "I stand with Ukraine" or like solidarity and stuff like that. Do you think the Ukrainians give a fuck?
I mean, they're still dying in droves, so probably not.
Yeah.
Like, I guess a bit of solidarity is good. I did my own little I stand with Ukraine, so I play chess on a chess app,
Yeah.
and because I'm a boring cunt. And I came up against a Ukrainian person, absolutely smashed him to bits at chess. My like for him didn't go that far to give him a win.
Mm.
He sorely needs it, but I did like send him a little message at the end of the game, being like, "Kicked your ass, but love Ukraine."
It's like though it's I don't know, it just makes me think of like how fickle people can be. Like I was watching UFC there, and there was a Ukrainian fighter on the card and a Russian fighter on the card, and no one knew these fighters. They just knew, oh, this guy's Russian, this guy's Ukrainian. The Ukrainian guy just got a round of applause. Lost the fight, he was terrible. Got a round of applause for just being Ukrainian. And the Russian guy got booed. Won the fight, he was a great fighter. These two fighters have nothing to do what's going on in their country. Yet, because of this, it's almost like blind hatred. It's like the Irish hating the English. Like, these
I mean,
English
you
people.
still do.
Yeah, we still do, but it's like, it's silly. Like, 'cause you don't know this person. This person wasn't responsible for colonization. They're just an idea to you. They're symbolic or an archetype of something that
Kinda
you
wish I'd
dislike.
come up with it. If you were the first person to think of colonizing places, and no one had done it before, I bet that guy was loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
English, they were the goats of it.
Everyone else is like, I'm gonna start like a mill or something.
Yeah.
And this guy like, I've made a boat because I reckon there's some people somewhere that I can subjugate.
Subjugate. They brought civilization, man. Let's get it. Let's get it
Whoa.
right from the history books. All these uncivilized fucking paddies, man. We were fucking worshipping the moon and the stars so before those fucking tea drinking, makeup wearing, wig wearing motherfuckers came over.
What do you guys drink then?
We weren't drinking tea.
You were drinking tea?
Nah.
I guess none of us were. It was
We were drinking the blood of our enemies.
like a Chinese drink originally. Or like
Yeah, it was
Indian,
imported.
maybe?
Probably.
I'd probably, I don't know, because I was going to say maybe India because we colonized, but I'm pretty sure we brought a little
I like how you say we. Like you're in that.
yeah.
With like there's a little bit of pride there.
The sun never used to set on the British Empire, sorry. The Irish Empire.
The Irish
The
Empire.
Irish Empire, the sun never fucking rises.
Yeah, there would have been an
real
Irish
talk.
Empire
Real
except
talk,
for
you know, Ireland kind of blows.
Ireland kind of blows.
I mean, I didn't want to say, but I've said it now.
What's the basis of this?
It's a bit like Mid Wales. We're gonna have
Wait,
like
have you been to
-1.
Ireland?
Yeah, I went to Waterford.
Waterford, okay. You're seeing like the Arkansas of Ireland.
It seems like the bit between like Newport and Abergavenny, but copy and pasted like 1,000 times.
Waterford of all of Ireland.
All of Ireland.
Nah, it's you saw Waterford, man. That's like
I went to Wexford as well.
yeah. Why are you going to these shit places like? And people from there as well. They
My
know.
grandmother's dying wish.
Oh, well, that's
Nah,
fine,
fuck me.
That'd put a dampener on any fucking trip, man. He wasn't out there doing blow and fucking hookers like.
You can use that excuse one time, but you can use it to get out of anything.
But your
Like,
grandmother.
up to a point. If you can, like, if Kat walked in right now, and we were just like banging crack rocks and fucking each other senseless. If you turn round and you were like, "This was my grandmother's dying wish," she might let it slide.
Yeah.
You can use it one time with a person.
Can't you use it 2 times though if you have 2 grandmothers?
Fuck, I got one left.
Yeah.
No, I got no nans left. I've got a dying wish left though.
Man, that's like if you are using it and it is a lie, which usually it is. Like you're gonna have to keep track of the web of lies because they're like, fuck. Like eventually people are gonna start adding up your grandparents and be like, how many grandparents can you have? Yeah, wait a minute. Like fucking this guy cannot have 4 grandmothers. It's just not adding up. And in the web of lies we continue. I actually had a step grandmother. She's not my biological grandmother.
My uncle's dying wish.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. You reminded me of something. Earlier on, I was watching a video of a popular YouTube group called the Sidemen.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
I
doing
know.
this hide and seek thing, right? And one of them called the other one because they were hiding, and one of them had already been gotten, and the other one was still hiding. So he rings him up, and he's like, "Hey, where are you hiding?" Because they're trying to smoke him out and find out where he's hiding. And the guy's like, "You've been got, haven't you? You're lying." And he has been got. And he's like, "Swear on your mother's life that you haven't been got, and I'll tell you where I'm hiding." And the guy does swear on his mother's life, and he's lying.
Wow.
So could you do that? Could you
Swear on my
could
mother's
you
life.
lie on your mother's life, and then afterwards,
People do that all the time.
after he's done with it, he rings his mum just to check.
That she's not dead.
Could you swear on your mum's life?
And lie.
Yeah,
Nah, I wouldn't.
in the right
But-
scenario.
But I mean, yeah, I suppose context is important, isn't it? Like, yeah, but people do that all the time. Where they're like, "Oh, I swear on it," and they just lie through their teeth.
I thought I was messed up, man.
But it's because it's like, it doesn't mean anything to them. Like truth, honesty, like their word, like it's like people like in court. I don't know if it's in the UK, but in America, where they like put their hand on the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And they like swear to tell the truth.
Means nothing.
What if what if you don't buy into that? It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just putting my hand on the fucking
Yes.
fairy tales here, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? It's like to someone who's like who's Sikh, like that's not gonna make any difference to them.
For me, it's been it's like similar because it's like put your hand on a Bible and then do finger guns at the goblet of fire and then lie your ass off.
Finger guns at the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, I was trying to make a joke on the fly. It didn't really work. Like,
I was like, did I miss that part of Harry Potter?
Toe in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Would you lie your ass off in court to get out something? No harm comes to the person. So all you have to do is just put your hand on the Bible and in front of everyone just tell bare-faced lies. Or jail time.
I'd lie.
Yeah?
I'd lie, yeah.
Yeah.
Or go to jail. Thing is, like, unless it's like a lie detector type of thing, or like there's no real way to find out lies unless obviously like CCTV or something comes up that it's without question that you were lying. So like it's very hard to find out. You know what I mean?
Say you killed
But I think it's
somebody.
harder to lie than it is to tell the truth.
Say you've killed somebody,
Yeah.
and there's the opportunity to lie way out of it, and you kind of know you're going to get away with it. Would you try and face the music and go down, or would you just be like, lie, 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 lie? Let's get the fuck out of this.
What,
problem."
like, so I killed him with intent, or like it was like
Oh, yeah,
manslaughter,
you
self
murdered the
defense?
fuck out of
I
somebody.
killed some guy.
You chopped him to bits. You're still
I-
with the
do you know
good
what?
news.
Yeah, good news.
Killing news.
I probably wouldn't be able to live with myself, so I'd probably like turn myself in.
Really?
I don't think I'd be able to like live with myself after doing that. I think my existence, if I wasn't, well, this maybe the Catholic in me, if I wasn't repenting for my sins, I think that would like haunt me.
So you take it as penitence.
Yeah, or maybe I would just go to confession and just absolve it and be like, oh, that's that then.
I'm pretty sure if you drop that kind of shit in confessions, you're done.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not like therapy where like if you're suicidal, they like have an obligation to like let the police know. The priest's got to take that to the grave.
No.
These motherfuckers covered up nonsense, bro.
Right, we will double check this for next week.
I'm certain there's like a confidentiality within the priesthood.
Well, his Sons of Anarchy. He tells the priest something, and the priest runs. And I guess he probably wasn't a nice priest.
Yeah, and I wasn't a good priest. They're
You-
few and
you
far
sure?
between.
So if you go in there and you're like,
I'm like 80% sure. I'm like 80% sure. You're filling me with doubts now. And the more I talk about it, the less sure I become. But like when I first said that, I was 100%
so let's
sure.
Get you right to the position of the priest. So you standing here and telling me.
You mean to tell me?
Yeah. So let's find that out for next time,
All right, cool.
because we can also find out more things about ourselves while we do the good news.
What was that?
Not ourselves, as in.
Andy just tried to put a bow on this episode. That's my thing.
It's been a little in joke. So Chris is the most irritatingly positive human I've ever met.
I don't think that's fair. I think Sheila, my mother, is.
That's yeah.
She's the source.
She's
She's
the
the source of
source.
the power. I'm a watered down version of her. I'm her shitty art.
It's not very nice.
She's the artist. It's true. She's fucking Picasso, bro. I'm just fucking.
You're his shit
I'm just
ass.
I'm just like a bit of color on a page.
So, but every time we have a little experience, you do try to like sum it up and make it nice and cyclical.
Oh yeah,
Like, oh, it just goes to show. It's like one of your favorite. You don't say it like that. It's like
it's so many
you
words.
just had that little like. It's like you're trying to introduce. You know, at the end of like an American movie.
Yeah.
You like say a cheesy line and then you walk off into the sunset.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, "Ba-na-na-na."
It's like a more articulate way of saying everything happens for a reason.
You try and make the credits roll.
Yeah, I'm like a personified poster of live, laugh, love.
I got beef about this. Do you reckon Sheila will watch this?
Maybe.
You know I love Sheila to bits, right?
Yeah.
I went to her flat. She
All over the place. It's ridiculous.
that shit was all over the place. But
Yeah.
she had 3 different things that said, one that said live, one that said laugh, and one that said love. She put it up as love, live, laugh, or life or something like that. She put it up in the wrong order. So it was
That's
like,
her, bro.
It was like laugh, love, live.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was speaking about you and her, the way you're dynamic to someone yesterday, and I was saying about like how like there's no reasoning with Sheila. Like it's there. Yeah, like you're not gonna prove her wrong with like scientific studies or anything like that, because she's just purely based off of feeling, which is amazing to be around. But it's like there's no logical argument with that.
When Sheila makes a point, she's like, no, these are facts. Like, I'm not presenting an idea to discuss.
Make an absolute
No,
statement.
this. I know. I'm telling you the facts,
Yeah.
like it or not.
Oh man, it cracks me up.
Right, so we're at 15. I reckon 15's like a nice lull there.
Yeah.
So I think we
I am conscious of time as well because I have to leave.
have another like segment at the end of it, and then we just do like a 20-minute long thing.
Yeah, I agree.
That works for me.
Because we only discussed one topic there,
Yeah.
Brenda, but
And
we
then-
could have got into it, and then we just free flowed.
Maybe it's like three more good. So that's six jokes to write every week. That might be hard.
3 at the beginning, 3 at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
3 from each at the beginning, 3 from each at the end.
Yeah, we could do. I was gonna say bad news at the end, but that would be a very shitty
Be a weird way to
note to leave it on.
What do we do?
We could do like a weird sports, or weather. What other segments do they do in like news shows?
Coming up next week.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the segment. What do we talk about next week?
Send us in your suggestions, 0 listeners.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd just be us sending suggestions to each other.
So
I'd
what
be
are we-
like, pretend it was from some random person.
Oh
Dave
my
from
God. Oh my god! Like, there was a thing on Wogan where he would write letters in. Like, we've had a letter in from blah blah complaining about last week's episode.
yeah.
So maybe like Doris sends a letter in, and we read Doris's
yeah,
letter.
yeah. Yeah. And like Doris is like a 70-year-old sexually frustrated woman who's trying to sling some dick.
I mean, that wasn't where I was going with it, but
That's just where my
it's
mind
a
went.
little peek into your soul. So I've been. No, wait, you're first. You've been Keely. I've been
Hughes, yeah, sorry, I forgot who you were there for a minute.
And
It's like taking acid again. But the other way around.
I've never done acid, actually.
Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes and tell me I don't look like a fucking New Zealand rugby player, man.
I have a corporate job.
Oh, Stephen Reed
Did
or
that shit
Kieran
on your
Reid.
own, and I
Yeah.
watched.
Cool, yeah, it was here by myself. This fucking cat was my savior.
But I've Keely'd, you've used.
Yeah.
No, the other way around.
I've curlied.
And
You've hewed.
I've used.
Who's?
And we are finished.
Good
Goodbye.
news with Curly and Hughes.
Wait, we do. If it's on the news, you say goodbye at the same time.
I don't know. I've never been a news broadcaster. Goodbye.
Okay, no.
Goodbye.
You wait a random amount of time and then say it, but we try and say it at the exact same time.
Okay.
So I've used, you've.
Curlied. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That's terrible. Not the whole thing.
funnier.
Yeah.
That's obviously.